This one stock can change early buyers' lives. This is not financial advice, but my research suggests it's a good idea to buy as much as possible before November 24th. The stock is Precision, ticker symbol PGEN. They recently in August received full FDA approval for their gene drug. They also had solid earnings just within the last day, and the revenue is up 200%. This is an amazing earnings reaction on top of what is an episodic change for the company, that FDA approval. So they have enough cash for at least a couple years around about that. So it's a good amount of runway considering they're able to raise cash on the back of these FDA and earnings updates. That's the ticker. Let's jump into a little breakdown here.
This is Sam Putnam. This is Sam Putnam.
This is Sam Putnam.
This is Sam Putnam.
This is Sam Putnam.
This is Sam Putnam.
This is Sam Putnam. This is Sam Putnam.
So here's a little about the company. Sure, they're unprofitable. They have a net loss of $300 million. However, that is not unusual for a drug discovery, a biotech company. So they have some cash. Here you can see the cash that they've got right now. $100 million is going to last them a year and a half. And this is how they've been able to raise money in the past. Most recently, last December, they raised $80 million from some individuals, and I guess this is a venture capital firm. I don't know what this is, but it's a specific company that I've heard of, so I'm sure it's somewhat reputable because I don't know a lot of these companies, and a lot of them are pretty small. So anyway, this is the drug, and it's FDA approved, which is a big deal for these companies. If they get FDA approval, the stocks can go up significantly. Here's the move on FDA approval in August. Also had earnings here as well, which was fine, but the big move was the FDA approval. And here is the earnings, which again brings us up to this level around 480, pretty close to 5, you could say. But as far as an exact level to risk, there it is, right off of the close. So there it is. That's the opportunity. The chart alone is interesting, but once you know about the FDA approval, it becomes even more interesting. As for basically what they've been up to, it's for a respiratory disease, okay? So it's not some type of story stock like an Alzheimer's stock, which can really capture the hearts and minds of retail investors. But you know what? Full approval is still a pretty big story, and people get that. They do have some follow-up data, and this is the big deal. No new safety issues. Safety issues have been quite a problem there. I mean, they're always a problem for biotech drugs, of course, but most recently, the scary one, well, there was NTLA, which is the CRISPR gene editing issue, where they had a patient with a serious side effect. He may or may not have later died, but he was also of advanced age anyway. So yeah, we don't have to dive too deep into the specifics there, because the point is, if you have a serious side effect, that can really disrupt your company's stock price. I mean, 25 to below 10. So that's bad. And then QURE, another one, which had this sort of FDA controversy. Basically, that do think there's still an opportunity here in this company. So it's a little risky. It is a biotech, but right now it's at a very favorable level. And if we look at these biotech ETFs, XBI being the main one, super nice recovery, barely down yesterday. And if we look at LABU, also pretty solid. These are leveraged biotech ETFs. So could you just buy these? You could, but in my opinion, it's more favorable just to go ahead and buy the stock that has the earnings set up right now, which is Precision. So that's the idea, PGEN. Looking a little bit into basically what we can expect from this company. It's hard to say. They're a young company. This resource is very, very valuable, this dilution tracker resource. So if they keep announcing offerings, it increases the supply, right? So it introduces more shares. This is 100 million shares introduced into the market at 75 cents a year ago. So it's a big deal. But when we zoom in and look at what this company has in terms of future runway, it looks solid. So we'll see what happens, but you do need to keep an eye on some of these dilution products, which are really helpful for the company. They do help them raise money. They can raise $270 million at any time, tapping into this financial instrument, doing an offering using this. But they're probably only likely to do that once. So it is a risk. But if we look back at 75 cents in December of 2024, that was back right about here. It looks like they priced it right where the stock was trading. So it didn't affect the stock at all. So something to be aware of, but seems pretty much like a non-issue right now. So that's good news. So this is the idea. Again, if you're wary of biotech stocks after recent falls, HIMSS is another one that's relatively recent, somewhere in here, pretty nuts drop. But if that's okay with you, that risk, this is the idea, Precision. If you like these ideas, hit that like button. If you want a free course on how to buy stocks before they go up, hit that subscribe. I post that in the YouTube post section once a month. And if you want one-on-one help, head over to stockscommunity.com. You can join for $25.
This is Sam Putnam. This is Sam Putnam.
This is Sam Putnam.
This is Sam Putnam.
This is Sam Putnam.
This is Sam Putnam.
This is Sam Putnam. This is Sam Putnam.